So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Charlie Chan at the Racetrack, 1936. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. It takes place in 1936 when gambling rings apparently were able to switch up horses. Nobody noticed that. They're not allowed to do that anymore, according to the bonus features that I saw on an earlier Charlie Chan disc bonus features. And Key Luke is pretty good as number one son. He talks really fast. It doesn't sound like Cantonese to me. He's just pretending to talk Chinese, but it just comes out as gibberish. But he's got so much energy and incredible actor, the original Chinese Canton dude. Before any of the Jackie Chan's and Bruce Lee's. It's got this ridiculous stereotype black dude named Streamline who talks in 30s and 40s Ebonics. He keeps saying yes'm and things like that. We watch these kind of movies like Charlie Chan at the Racetrack, Batman serial, because we're looking for cultural taboos back in the day when you can get away with this kind of stuff. Not nowadays. But anyways, I know my stepdad used to seek out the old Batman serial because it was so taboo and blatantly anti-Japanese. But it's got that. The Streamline dude is the horse stables guy. He's mentally inferior, and he has difficulty with his speech. What else? He's got his eyes popping out all the time, like he's scared of something. Pretty crazy, wild stuff for 1936. But you get the idea. I can sort of understand why people say that Charlie Chan perpetuates racial stereotypes. If you watch Streamline, you can see why. I know Warner Oland, even though he's white, he did look a little Chinese without the makeup. And he did bother to study Confucius and Chinese culture. Confucius was a philosopher, by the way, but his mother thinks that Confucius is a religion or something. Anyways, it's kind of funny that Warner Orland talks about Confucius in the Charlie Chan movies, and then Key Luke talks about Confucius in the Kung Fu television series. Plus, Key Luke played, I learned from the bonus features, Key Luke played number one son with Roland Winters in 1949, I think. And Key Luke was actually older than Roland Winters at the time, who was playing Charlie Chan, the father. So that was kind of interesting. They had a little biography of Key Luke in the bonus features. Interesting guy. They did talk about him being a leader of the Screen Actors Guild, like Ronald Reagan was at that time. I wonder if Key Luke and Ronald Reagan ever got together in that stupid actors union in Hollywood. But anyways, it's got Jonathan Hale, who was also in Charlie Chan's Secret. So there's a familiar face. It's got Frank Coghlan Jr., was in the adventures of Captain Marvel, among other things. um, so the movie's about, well, Charlie Chan is in the middle of demonstrating how blood stains work. They look like exclamation points or dots or sunbursts, depending on the angle and the height of the drip. According to Charlie Chan's forensics. So he's demonstrating this to the Honolulu cadets, I guess. And Key Luke comes storming in and says, "Oh, we got to bet on the racetrack." Some Australian race. So they bet on Avalanche, and the jockey throws the race. He disqualifies the horse by creating some kind of a foul or some kind of foul play on the racetrack. And so the owner is and all the related parties, they keep getting threats to get rid of an Avalanche, and they end up on a boat cruise with Charlie Chan, number one son, is like a stowaway. He's disguised as a room service kind of person who cleans up the boat cabins. And Charlie Chan enlists help of number one son to light some firecrackers because Charlie Chan realizes that they switch horses with another horse that's like 20 to 1 odds, 17 to 1 odds. And so this gambling ring is looking to cash in on the horse switch. And I think it's the same gambling ring that paid off the jockey for throwing the race earlier in Australia. Now they're in Southern California somewhere on the racetrack. And I don't know, I used to be a horse racing fanatic when I was a teenager. I used to hop the fence with my junior high school friend. Start betting on the races. Even though I was like 13 years old, they didn't check for ID. You just give them the money, and you could bet on the race. And didn't have to pay entrance fee if you hop the fence. But I got tired of that real quick, and I think we just stopped being friends after that. And then I saw him on the bus one day. He was talking about buying stocks when I was in college, and I guess he went from horse gambling to buying stocks. This guy, this junior high school buddy of mine. But pretty cool ending. Very clever. These movies, you never know who the guilty party is. And even in this one, you think they nabbed the gambling ring, but it's the roots of the thing go much deeper than that. The whole corruption of the racing business angle. And I'm sure after people saw this movie, they wanted to prevent switching of horses from ever happening. So, kind of interesting. Like I said, great performance by Key Luke. I told Adrian about my little chubby Filipino coworker, and she just went up to my desk and did something really provocative. I wasn't dreaming either, but maybe she was. She doesn't get good sleep, and she told me she's going crazy. That's the only explanation I have for being overtly friendly towards somebody who's 29 years older. But yeah, she's always bugging me for stuff like breath mints, gum. Today she asked me for super glue and Band-Aids. So I pointed her to the first aid kit on the wall. There were no Band-Aids in there. So I just dug in my emergency earthquake kit, and she took a couple big bandages for her hand, I guess. And she was wearing a skirt today. I thought she was in nylons because her legs are so dark. It's like those nylons that women used to wear during the 70s. I thought she was wearing those. But she's got such tiny legs and very dark. So she must have a huge wardrobe full of scantily clad clothes. Living in the Bay Area. But I wonder if she lives in Daly City, where it's cold and foggy. And she just uses her jacket to stay warm in Daly City. It's entirely possible. I don't know. I think she still lives with her parents. Maybe she's got a dad complex or something. Daddy. Anyways, pretty cool film. I think the next one is Charlie Chan at the Olympics. Oh. I guess I haven't shown you the actual discs here. I'm going to open this up again. It's time for show and tell. And, good timing too, because I got to take my son back. He convinced his mother to let him play for another 30 minutes before I drove him to San Francisco. This is Charlie Chan at the racetrack. Pretty cool looking disc there. Very well done. Cool movie. Highly recommended. Check it out. And, I'll look for it. Post. I know the movie's on YouTube. I'll post it in the description box. I think I forgot to do that for Charlie Chan's Secret. And, this one is Charlie Chan at the Olympics. Not too sure about this one. Not a big fan of the Olympics, never was. I think Aaron used to watch Olympics when he was younger. But here's one. Charlie Chan in Reno. I think this is Sidney Toller. 1939. Yep. This was after Warner Oland has his nervous breakdown bout with alcoholism. They don't even talk about his alcohol problem. The bonus features of the disc that I just watched, they just talk about nervous breakdown. So, anyways, that's the end of my review. Laters.